I think the thing that really stood out to me the first time we played him was just that favorable matchup that we were getting inside, particularly with Miles going up against Mike Walls. So Miles finished with 19 points on 7 of 10 shooting, which is great. And I think that Richmond's sending a lot of single coverage, and with Miles has shown that with the growth that he's shown over the last couple of years, if any big is going to take him one on one or play him one on one in the post. He has he's quick enough and skilled enough to be able to make his move, get to his spots, and score right over the top. So I'm looking to see what adjustments Richmond's going to make with that. So I'd assume Drew's going to try to feed Miles early just to try to get a sense of what they're doing. He's going to tell Miles, okay, if they're going to play you single coverage, go ahead and put another 19 on them. But if they do start sending double teams or sending some guards down, I think Miles has enough sense and recognition to be able to get it out quick and put the ball, just get the ball where it needs to go.
Yeah, you mentioned Miles in that game, 32 minutes, 19 points, 7 of 10 from the field, made 5 of his 7 free throws, also had 5 rebounds. Of course, against GW, it didn't score double figures, but grabbed 5 rebounds, tied a career high with 6 assists. He's blocked 9 shots over the last 2 games. Interesting to note here that this year, he's averaging 2.39 blocks per game, which is actually a career high. You would have thought, hey, last year, because he set the blocks record. But remember, Loyola ended up playing 37 games a year ago. So right now, a career high, 2.39 blocks per game. He's at 2.33. Miles is for his career blocking shots. The 4 blocks against GW was his 8th game this year with 4 or more blocks and his 23rd of his career. And it'd be nice to get maybe a 24th of his career here in this one, protecting the rim against this Spiders team. All right, the march to Sunday begins here Wednesday afternoon in Pittsburgh. Both of these teams will look to make some history, and they got to start with the victory today. We'll step aside and come back with the starting lineups and the opening tip of this one, Loyola and Richmond. First round of the A10 tournament, and it's coming up next on the Rambler Sports Network from Learfield.
Tired of the daily maintenance of getting rid of unwanted hair? Still shaving the patches of hair left behind by laser hair removal? Ready to throw away your tweezer and have your eyebrows shaped permanently? Electrolysis is the only method recognized by the FDA as permanent hair removal. Call or text 224-730-4919 to schedule your free 45-minute consultation and sampling. Day, evening, and weekend hours available. Offices in Skokie and Lincoln Park. Visit electrolysisforyou.com for more information. Go Ramblers!
This is Ramblers men's basketball player Braden Young on behalf of the law firm Kupiec & Martin. Founded in 2008 by Loyola alums Dave Kupiec, Kupiec & Martin is a trusted multi-state tax law firm with almost 60 years of experience advising businesses with state and local income, franchise, and sales tax matters. Their expertise was developed from working in-house at large publicly owned corporate tax departments, Big Four accounting firms, and state agencies. Contact them at 312-632-1022 or visit them at kupiecandmartin.com. Go Blurs!
On the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield.
Hunter shoots. He off the rim. Brown gets it, scores. It's over. It's over. We won. We won. We won.
This is Loyola basketball.
Chicago for the second year in a row. Your Loyola Ramblers are Missouri Valley Conference tournament champions. And in the process, they have earned an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. Sister Jean, dust off those dancing shoes. Here we go again.
Four. Gets in the lane, step back from the A10 logo.
Justin.
Rubin. He spins by Joseph. Goes to the hoop. Thunder finish with the left hand. Now to Watson for a left side 3. Yeah. Drives again against Avila. Finds the cutter. Cavani with the 2-hand slam. The Loyola Ramblers, as they earned themselves the A10 regular season championship.
Amen. God bless you. Go Ramblers.
It's time to turn up for tip-off. Let's go courtside with the call of the game. Here's Scott Sudikoff and former Rambler forward Christian Thomas.
Welcome inside what we hope is a very safe PPG Paints Arena here in Pittsburgh, as everybody's phones just went off inside the arena that there's a tornado warning outside. But I think this game will just continue on. I got to think we're pretty safe inside a big arena like this, and we're in the middle of a large-scale building. But everybody looking at their phones right now as the teams are being introduced to the crowd. And so let's get you the starting lineups for this one, which are brought to you by Loyola Medicine, the official health system and sports medicine sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Loyola Medicine has nationally recognized experts providing personalized, compassionate care. Learn more at loyolamedicine.com. tornado.org. This is a tornado warning, which means, one has been spotted is usually what that means. So, hopefully we'll walk out of the arena later after a victory and still see the city of Pittsburgh. All right.
Let's hope.
Here's Richmond's starting lineup. Mikkel Tyne, 5'10", 190-pound junior from Toronto. He's averaging 6.1 points per game. He only got 5 points the first time against the Ramblers, played 16 minutes, was 1 of 4 from the field. Will Johnston started every game this year for the Spiders, 6'3", 185-pound grad student from Australia. The transfer played the last 2 years at Loyola Marymount. He only had 3 points the first time against the Ramblers, was 0-3 from the field. He's coming off 14 points, 6 of 8 shooting in the game at Duquesne this past weekend. Colin Tanner, 6'6", 205 junior from North Carolina. He had 7 points in 26 minutes against the Ramblers a couple of weeks ago. He's averaging 5.8 points per game, shooting 44% from the field. A.J. Lopez, their leading scorer, 6'5", 185-pound grad student from Queens, New York. He had a season high against the Ramblers with 23 points in 35 minutes, was 6 of 12 from the field. He was the big bright spot in that game for the Spiders. He comes in averaging 13.6 points per game on the year, 47% from the field, 41% from three. He played his last 2 years at the University of Maine. And then Mike Walls, 6'11", 260-pound senior from Pennsylvania. He had just 3 points against Duquesne with 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 blocks. He had a double-figure game, almost a double-double against Dayton with 10 points and 9 rebounds in their final home game last week. Chris Mooney is in his 21st year as Richmond's head coach, and they've already announced that he is returning for a 22nd year, 373 wins with a 549 winning percentage with Tyne, Johnston, Tanner, Lopez, and Walls. And now here's the starting lineup for the Ramblers today. They're going to go with the double big lineup once again. So that means in the backcourt you have Daywilk Tavares will make his 16th start of the season. Over the last 4 games, Daywilk is playing 29 minutes a game, dishing out 3 assists per contest, as he is again handling even more ball handling duty with Caleb Reese now injured and out of the lineup. Of course, Cade Dotson has taken over that primary point guard role over his last 4 games. He's playing 31 minutes, dishing out 3 assists with a 2.4 assist to turnover ratio. Of course, over his last 2 games, he's scoring 18 points, shooting 50% from the field and 8 of 13 from 3-point range. Xavier Amos, of course, will make his 17th start of the season. Over his last 2 games, 20 points per game, 14 of 22 from the field, 9 of 13 from 3, and also grabbing 4 rebounds as he had a season-high 8 against GW on Saturday. Alex Richardson makes his 4th start. He's been a rebounding machine. In the last 5 games, he's played 22 minutes a game and grabbing 6.5 rebounds in those 22 minutes. Going to need more of that here today from Alex Richardson. And then Miles Rubin, of course, 10th in the nation in blocks per game, 4th in the A10 in rebounding, tied his career high with 6 assists against GW. And, of course, that game against Richmond, 19 points, 7 of 10 from the field, 5 rebounds. Drew Valentine in his 5th year as the Rambler head coach, 91-74 the record, 552 that winning percentage, with Tavares and Dotson in the backcourt, Amos, Richardson, and Rubin in the front court. All right, CT, the Ramblers going to go with that double big lineup again here today, and it has served them well, and the more they play together, this lineup, the better they have continued to look. So see if Loyola can come out strong in this one.
Yeah, come out strong, but then also we talked about the rebounding differential when we played this Richmond team the first time. Come with this double big lineup with X at the 3. That's a great rebounding lineup. It's an opportunity to really pound them on the offensive glass and get us some extra possessions.
Ramblers will be wearing the black alternate jerseys with Ramblers across the chest. And Richmond, as the 11 seed, will be wearing their home white uniforms. Richmond, though, has lost 7 consecutive games away from home. So see how they play here in a neutral site game here in Pittsburgh. Winner of this will take on Davidson tomorrow night. Already saw St. Bonaventure defeat LaSalle earlier. They're going to move on to play George Mason tomorrow. Final checks of the basketball by everybody on the court. When you come here to a tournament, I'm not sure what brand of basketball they're using, but remember, when you go to each school, everyone has their own. If you're a Nike school, you have a Nike ball. If you're an Adidas school, you have an Adidas ball.
That's Spalding.
Spalding here. So they're all checking it out. Mike Walls wins the opening tip back for the Spiders. They'll move left to right here in the first half, shooting to the hoop directly in front of us, which is in front of the Rambler bench as we sit across from Loyola's bench here. McEltine, push pass left to Johnston, catch and shoot for three, and that's good. He didn't make a shot in the regular season game. His first shot of the game goes down, 3-0 Richmond. Dotson takes it over the timeline, gives to Tavares, swung left, Amos, now up front Dotson, steps to his right, he'll take a three, and Cade Dotson answers.
Ring it up.
Tied at 3, 40 seconds in. So Dotson now is 9 for his last 14 shooting threes. Tanner enters it for Walls, kick out quickly to Tanner, he'll take a deep three left wing, and that's good. All right, 6-3 Spiders. They're pressuring Dotson on the inbounds here. Tyne making it tough.
Tanner's a 28% shooter, so we'll live with that one. But I like with this double big lineup, you have Alex guarding Walls, and you have Miles guarding him, so Miles can kind of play center field, and also kind of keeps him a little bit closer to the basket usually, so he can go block some shots and be his usual disruptive self.
Ramblers, though, unfortunately, with an errant pass near half court, leading to an over and back violation. So it'll be Richmond basketball. Johnston will inbound the ball, being watched by Tavares. And into the backcourt it goes to McEltine. 6-3 Richmond. 1 minute and 8 seconds in. Walls between the rings. Dribbles to his right. Guarded by Richardson. Now to Tanner. Back up top Walls. Trying to set something up with Johnson. Gives it to Lopez. Now Tanner. Top side. Shot clock at 2. Shot clock at 1. Takes another 3. Spins out no good. Walls knocks the ball out of bounds. It'll be Rambler ball. So there's Tanner. Shot clock was running down, but he's now 18 of 63 shooting threes on the year.
Yep.
18:35 first half, 6-3 Richmond. Miles Rubin comes in the backcourt now to help with the pressure from the Richmond defense. Dotson dribbling out near the half-court logo. We're on a Rubin screen, dribbles towards the corner. Looking out to Amos, who catches on the right wing. Now for Rubin, 10 to shoot. Miles, left-hand dribble. Tavares comes around, a curl. The screen set. The three ball is good, and Loyola is 2 for 2 from downtown. Tavares ties it at 6.
Ring it up, Daywilk.
So 2 minutes in, and these teams have started hot. Tyne crosses over right to left, gets to the hoop. Amos blocks the shot, and then bats the ball inbounds to Richardson. Excellent play by X. Dotson pull up, right wing 3. Too strong, and the ball, Walls let it go out of bounds. It'll be Richmond basketball. Dotson, an early heat check.
Yeah, a little quick, though. I think Drew told him that's, a little quick, bit of a quick shot, but next play.
At least you could say it was in rhythm. 6-6, 17:41 first half. Tanner, push pass right for Johnston. Drives by Tavares, gets to the rim and scores, and a whistle. So Johnston, who had 3 points against the Ramblers at Gentile Arena, has 5 already. And a free throw coming as Nick Anderson will check in for Tavares. And for Richmond, we're going to see Jonathan Beagle back. He has missed the last 5 games. He returns to the floor here, 6'10", 250-pound senior. Walls goes out, and Aiden Argabright comes in as well. A really talented freshman who struggled due to foul trouble in Rogers Park. Free throw no good. Beagle last to touch the ball out of bounds. Beagle saying no, wants a challenge. He's been on the floor for 3 seconds, and he's already calling for a challenge.
Yeah, relax, man.
So it's 8-6. I appreciate the intensity, I suppose. Ramblers trail by 2, 2.5 minutes in. Dotson guarded by Argabright across half court. Trying to get free is Anderson. Dotson dribbles to the right, a Rubin screen. Bounce pass to Dotson into Rubin in the pocket. Now to Anderson on the left wing. 11 to shoot. Anderson up top to Dotson. Pass to Rubin. Beagle went for the steal. And then Dotson saves the ball at half court with 5 to shoot. 3, 2. Dotson, fadeaway 3. Got it off the rim. Richardson back taps it out.
Nice.
So good job by Cade to at least get a shot up, and then Richardson gets Loyola a second chance.
Yep, Alex couldn't grab it himself, but did the right thing, battened out, getting us an extra possession.
Dotson inside the arc right. Gets it right back from Richardson. Around the perimeter it goes, left wing, Amos. Amos finds Anderson, left corner. Enters it for Rubin, 4 to shoot. Double team kick out. Anderson, 3. Too strong. Richardson.
Push him in the back, yeah.
He's called for the foul.
All right. And now we know they're going to send a double team at Miles. So just something to be ready for. We like that we got an early post touch just to understand how they're going to be covering them.
First foul on Richardson, team second. 8-6 Richmond, 16:37 first half. Ola Joseph in, Richardson out. Argabright will run the point for the Spiders. Lopez to Johnston, bounces left wing, Beagle back to the basket, into the game. Jaden Daughtry, who didn't play against the Ramblers in Rogers Park. Johnston tries to drive and kick, and Amos rips the ball away. Two strong defensive plays already for Xavier in this game. Amos on the left wing, spinning into the lane against Johnson, puts up a floater, bounces in, and Xavier Amos stays hot. He's 15 of his last 23. Most of the shots have been threes, but 4 minutes in, this game is tied at 8. Lopez spins off a screen, bounce pass to Beagle to the hoop, who scores. 10-8, Richmond. Good start, both ways. Rubin up top, faces up, left-hand dribble, finding Amos in the corner, catch and shoot three, front iron, offensive rebound, J.O.J. puts it up and in. Tied at 10, 4.5 minutes in. The teams are a combined 8 of 14 from the field. Lopez to his left behind the screen, Amos trying to stay with him. Lopez to his right, shut off, takes a tough one-footed fadeaway, and tip your cap, good shot by A.J. Lopez. 12-10, Richmond. And Argabright gets up in Dotson's face in the backcourt. Richmond knows that Loyola wants to slow things down, so if you guard in the full court, you speed him up. Rubin gets free to the hoop and fouled at the rim as he caught the ball on that right wing and kind of spun free and saw a lane, and Miles will shoot 2 free throws. We come back from a timeout. A strong start in this one overall here. Richmond 5 for 7, Loyola 4 for 8. And with 14:58 to go in the first half, it is Richmond 12, Loyola 10. This is Rambler basketball from Learfield.
Caputo Cheese specializes in the manufacturing and processing of fine Italian-type cheeses, including Parmesan, Romano, and fresh mozzarella. They're best known among chefs for their award-winning burrata and ricotta cheeses. Whether you need a traditional Parmigiano Reggiano or a customized solution, Caputo Cheese delivers quality and consistency that only high standards and family pride can produce. Visit them at CaputoCheese.com and follow them at Caputo Cheese.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Hey, Rambler fans, want to make a year-round impact on Loyola athletics? You can by supporting the Loyola Athletic Fund or the team that means the most to you. Every gift, no matter the size, helps our student athletes pursue excellence in competition, in the classroom, and in the community. Visit LoyolaRamblers.com and click on the Support tab to make your gift today. Invest in leaders. Invest in champions, on and off the court. Thank you for everything you do for your Ramblers.
The Bud Light Loft in Gentile Arena provides a fantastic sideline view of the court. It also offers plenty of exciting amenities, including all-inclusive food and beverage service, and an elevated game day tailgate menu and a reserved countertop seat with access to high-top tables. If you're interested in season tickets for next year or group tickets, and of course single-game tickets in the Bud Light Loft, you can visit RamblerTickets.com or call 773-508-WOLF. We have 14:58 to go in the first half. It is Richmond 12, Loyola 10. Miles Rubin will be at the line shooting 2 in a moment here. CT, so far, your thoughts? Let's start on the defensive end, which, of course, they're playing right in front of us in this first half. Your thoughts on the Loyola defense thus far?
I mean, overall, I think it's been fairly solid. I mean, you got, like, Will Johnson came out. I mean, he hit his first 3, and then, he's 2 of 2 from the field. He has 5 points, and then Colin Tanner was non-shooter. He hit a 3 because Miles was playing way off him. I think those are 2 guys that you'll live with them getting a couple of buckets here and there because those aren't guys that can score 15, 20 points really hurt you. I mean, I think we're doing a good job of making it difficult for AJ Lopez to get going. And then we got to do the same thing on Aiden Argabright since he came in.
Miles Rubin, who was fouled by Lopez before the timeout, shooting 2 here. And the first free throw from Miles is up in the air, and it's good. One more to come from Miles, who free throw shooting is slowly climbing. Trying to tie the game up here in the early going. Second free throw is up, and back iron, front iron, loose ball, and picked up in the quarter by Tyne. Ola Joseph almost got there. Daniil Glasgow into the game for the first time for Loyola. Lopez here on the right wing, guarded by Anderson. Bounces it to Daughtry, guarded by Tavares. Left hand into the paint. Kicks it out left wing to Argabright. Argabright, push pass out front. Hand off Daughtry to Lopez. Lopez, top of the nail, 7 to shoot. Hands it off to Jalen Robinson, who checked in during the timeout. Argabright, pass to Robinson, rolling to the hoop, and he got tied up by JOJ.
Going down, too.
And the possession arrow is with Loyola. The shot clock was at 0.8 when that happened. So Loyola plays almost the full 30 of defense there. Loyola basketball down by 1, 12-11, 14-26 in the first half. Tavares right now will run the point, using a Rubin screen to get free into the front court. He's picked up by Robinson. Tavares now around to the right side. Anderson over the top to Rubin, who is being fronted by Argabright. Got doubled, kick out. Tavares, topside 3, wide left, and out of bounds. Looked like Miles should have drawn a foul against Argabright, who basically undercut him.
Yeah, tried to score. I mean, he got both feet in the paint. But instead, he kind of threw like a survival pass out to Daywell. Daywell had to jump up and catch it. He was just totally out of rhythm.
Robinson did come to help defensively, but still, Miles looked like he had an advantage. Robinson up top, bounce pass, and kicked. Trying to get to Argabright, cutting back door. Shot clock will be at 20 with 13:57 to go in the first half. 12-11 Richmond. Mike Walls will come back in for Richmond, replacing Jalen Robinson. Baseline inbounds. Argabright will put it in. The true freshman from Richmond. Top freshman scorer in the league. And the inbound to Jaden Daughtry, who gets a lay-in on the left side. Spiders by 3. Tavares takes it across half court. Being bothered by Tyne. Now Rubin catches between the rings. Spins left. Gets by Walls. To the rim. Tied up from behind. That's a foul, though, on Colin Tanner, slapping down on the arm of Rubin, who again uses that quick spin from the perimeter to get by Walls, and all Richmond could do there was foul Miles Rubin. So the first foul on Tanner, and that will be free throws for Miles. No, it will not be because he's coming out of the game. No. Loyola making a bunch of changes. They're going to say the foul was on the floor. Miles stays in. Richardson returns, as does Amos and Dotson, and Tavares stays in. Rubin, right free throw line extended off the inbounds pass. Corner, it's Tavares. He'll dribble out to the top. Amos now left wing, enters it, has Johnston on Rubin. Rubin to the rim, got fouled.
Nice.
Mikel Tyne coming over to help. Gets called for the foul. And Miles will shoot 2 more free throws. It's 3 team fouls on the Spiders. Loyola's been called for 2. Rubin just went 1 of 2 at the line a few moments ago. And now he's 1 of 3 as he's too strong on the first. 14-11 Richmond with 13:25 to go in the first half. Miles bounces in the second, softly off the front rim and in. So both of Miles' points have been at the free throw line. It's 14-12 Richmond. Johnson out near half court. Walls comes to set the screen, but not able to set it on Tavares. Daughtry now breaking down Rubin, takes him into the paint, fumbled the basketball, double dribble. Not sure about that one, though, to be honest. Neither is Jaden Daughtry. But we will take it. Third Richmond turnover. Loyola has 1. Trailing by 2. And about to hit the 7-minute mark right now. Oh, there's a steal by Tyne on a pass across the court for Dotson from Rubin. And he goes to the hoop and scores 2. 16-12. Dotson across half court. Push pass left for Rubin. Rubin dribbles around to the wing. Now finds Amos, left corner, catch and shoot 3, front rimmed it. And tapped around and controlled by the Spiders. Brought ahead by Tyne. Ball's trailing. He'll step into the 3, and he'll miss it short. Rubin able to snare the rebound.
And just a turn unforced, man.
3 Loyola players just in the backcourt with no Richmond player around. And Rubin making a pass to Dotson and just off target. So Loyola losing some composure here over the last minute or so. A couple of turnovers. Only down 4, though. 16-12, with 12:22 to go. Tyne over JOJ, a left side 3. No good. All Ramblers on the glass. And they get the ball to Dotson, who will walk it up the floor. So they avoid giving up points off a turnover there. They can reset themselves. Richardson trying to set up down low. Comes to Tavares right side. JOJ up fakes, drives down the right baseline. He'll lob it back out to Tavares. 7 to shoot. Handoff with Richardson. Back to Tavares. Bounced off a foot. JOJ with 3 seconds left has to drive into the lane. Puts up a tough shot. Score it.
Oh, my God. Wow. All right, we'll take it.
And a foul for JOJ. He makes something out of nothing. He picked up the balls and rolled to him with 3 on the shot clock, out beyond the 3-point line on the right wing. He drove to the lane, got bumped, stumbled a bit, put a shot up, and a chance for 3 for Joshua Ola-Joseph. He already has 4 points in this game. Timeout on the floor with 11:46 to go in the first half. It's Richmond 16, Loyola 14. This is Rambler basketball from Learfield.
Your Loyola experience doesn't end at graduation. Whether you're looking to connect with fellow Ramblers or mentor today's students, Alumni Relations offers a variety of ways for you to stay engaged with Loyola. Throughout Chicago and across the globe, stay up to date with alumni stories and be part of a community that's changing the world. For upcoming alumni events and ways to get involved, visit luc.edu/alumni and follow us on Facebook and TikTok at LUC Alumni and on Instagram and X at Loyola_alumni.
This is Rambler men's basketball player Nick Anderson on behalf of Center Construction Group. They are Chicago's hometown team specializing in building spaces that inspire. From modern offices to vibrant restaurants, Center Construction Group handles every detail with precision, creativity, and commitment to excellence. Center Construction Group's talented team is committed to building more than spaces. They are committed to delivering stunning results and building lasting relationships. Learn more at centerconstructiongroup.com. Center Construction Group, built better.
Loyola Medicine, the official health system and sports medicine sponsor of Loyola Athletics, provides life-saving care. Loyola Medicine's top-rated doctors diagnose, treat, and manage both common conditions and complex diseases. Visit loyolamedicine.org/schedule now to make your appointment today. 11:46 to go in the first half. And the Ramblers trail Richmond 16-14, but Joshua Ola-Joseph will have a chance to finish off a 3-point play. When play resumes here, he has a team-high 4 points right now, 2 for 2 with a rebound. And the rebound was an offensive rebound putback. Richmond shooting 64% to begin the game, 7 of 11 from the field. And Loyola 5 of 11. Both teams have 3 turnovers in the early going. Rebounding Loyola is +2, as the Ramblers have the only 2 offensive rebounds of the game. So that trend from the first meeting is so far going in that direction again for Loyola. CT, we talked about the defense after the first time out. Let's now move to the offensive side. What Loyola has done so far to go 5 of 11 from the field with 3 turnovers.
Well, I mean, the turnovers for the most part are, fairly unforced. You had 2 in the backcourt where I think Cade tried to hit Daywolk, and Daywolk wasn't looking for it, just threw a rocket right off his chest, and Miles just threw one right over Cade's head. And then Miles also tried to throw, just a long kind of loopy cross-court pass that Kelton just shot the gap on. So something we need to be aware of. I mean, Richmond, they're playing for steals, and a couple times where we talked about Miles has been able to spin off of walls or beagle. It's because a lot of those they're swiping at the ball or they're trying to intercept that pass when we try to feed the high post. So we have to meet every single pass, and after that, I mean, Richmond, they're going to jump out of their skin trying to go for steals, and that's going to open up some driving lanes for us.
By the way, that foul was A.J. Lopez, his second. So A.J. Lopez, Richmond's leading scorer, 13.6 points per game, who had 23 the first time around against Loyola, has 2 fouls, a little more than 8 minutes in.
Yeah, with Aiden Argabright's out too, so I mean, Richmond probably going to be looking at Mike Walls to do a bunch of the heavy lifting on the scoring on the offensive end for them. But it's a great opportunity for us to retake the lead and hopefully build some separation heading into halftime.
Ola Joseph will be at the line here eventually, where he's 72% on the season, playing in his 28th game of the year. The senior who played the last 2 years the last year at Cal, the 2 prior years at Minnesota. Trying to pull Loyola within 1, and he does just that with the free throw. Ramblers have already shot now 5 free throws in the game, 3 of 5. Miles has gone 2 of 4 on his own. And now J.O.J. making his lone free throw. Johnston to his left, push pass left to Tanner. Now Tyne, sideline left. Walls catches beyond the arc. He gives it up to Will Harper, who hasn't played in 4 of the last 5 games for the Spiders. And Walls, a topside 3 is good. 38% on the year. And now it's 19-15 Richmond. Exactly what CT basically alluded to, that Walls would probably be their first option offensively.
I know ball, Scott.
Richardson out top, dribbles towards the right wing, wants to set up a handoff with Dotson. 10 on the shot clock, now sets the screen. Dotson to his right, gets free for the 3. Cade Dotson, now 2 of 4 from downtown to begin this game, and it's back to a 1-point game, 19-18 Richmond. Johnston trying to get off of Ola Joseph, and he travels in the paint and gets away with it and kicks it out. And then Richardson lands on Colin Tanner. I don't know how
did he miss that travel?
Got an official standing right in front of us who undoubtedly saw the same thing we saw. I guess the only thing you could say is that maybe you could have called a foul on Loyola to force the travel, but okay, make one of the calls. There's the foul. Richardson, his second. That's under out of bounds for the Spiders. Johnston looking in, lobs it. Ooh.
Oh.
Well, he didn't have, so he had 1 foot in the backcourt and half of a foot in the front court, but going to still have 2 feet established in the front court for that to be an over and back. Left corner 3, Tanner. He makes his second, and he barks at the Loyola bench, and of course, nobody notices it. Of course, now most likely somebody on the Loyola bench barked first.
Probably.
And Colin Tanner has made 2 threes in this game. 22-18 Richmond. Ola Joseph behind the Rubin screen. He up fakes against Argabright. Takes him down low. Finds Rubin with a really tough pass, and Miles finishes. Nice play by J.O.J. to get that ball to Miles.
Yeah, let's play some zone here. Our man defense has been really poor.
22-20. Ramblers have made their last 3 shots. Richmond's made 7 of their last 9. Left baseline, Tanner, a 15-footer is good.
All right. You just got to, probably adjust and just play him straight now. He's still not a shooter, but he's just feeling it. He's getting a little too much confidence now.
He's 44% overall, but I venture a guess that not a lot of that is mid-range game either. 24-20 Richmond. 9:28 to go in the first half. Anderson to Rubin up top. Rubin guarded by Walls. Really over. If you could spin him. Well, Walls was ready for it. Miles looking right. Dotson gets the handoff. Comes to 15 feet. Now to the baseline. Underneath the rim. The other side. Kick out Amos. He'll step to his right and get bumped by Tanner with 5 on the shot clock. And that's Colin Tanner's second foul. Lopez is on the bench with 2. And now Tanner would most likely go to the bench here with 2. And he's been Richmond's best player.
Yeah, both those guys are up. Now's the time where we really got to make our moves, Scott.
That's 5 team fouls on the Spiders and 2 each on Tanner and Lopez. Lineup now of Dotson, Tavares, Glasgow, Ola Joseph, and Rubin for the Ramblers. Dotson To Tavares in the corner. Rubin.
Screen, Miles.
An illegal screen. Of course, Tavares makes the three-pointer from the corner. And it will not count. Miles the foul. Argabright and Johnston with the Spiders out there with Harper, Beagle, and Daughtry. Daughtry will take a left side three, and he made it. And the Spiders are 5 of 8 from 3, and they lead by 7, 27-20. Dotson dribbling out near the half-court logo. A Rubin screen to the right. Dotson bounce pass in the pocket. Kick out Tavares. Extra pass. Glasgow left corner three. No.
It's great action.
And the rebound by Argabright. He'll take it ahead for the Spiders. Got a good look. Johnston. Push pass right to Argabright. He'll up fake. He'll drive. Rubin there. He fades. Misses. Miles the rebound. Dotson will take it across half court as we're about to hit 8 minutes to play in the first half. And now Richmond has built the lead out to 7 as they've made 5 3-pointers in the game. Dotson. Rubin the screen to the right. Dotson to his left, top of the key, into the paint. Swallowed up, then got free and scores.
Just Bob Beagle right back. Just put a shoulder right in his chest and create some separation, get it right up on the glass.
Cade with 8, 27-22 Richmond. Zone defense for the Ramblers. They shoot over it with a 3 and a miss by Will Harper, who's now 5 for 17 on the year, shooting 3. He's a true freshman out of Bowie, Maryland. Loyola gets the rebound. And again, as we've been seeing, walk it up. Make this a lower possession type of game. You want to win this game. The Ramblers have been, these last 2 wins they've had, they've been in the 60s. Unfortunately, though, Dotson with a pass to the sideline to Glasgow, and he can't handle it. Out of bounds. And it'll be the turnover number 4, now number 5 for Loyola. And it'll be Richmond ball. We come back from a timeout. 7:16 to go in the first half. It's Richmond 27, Loyola 22. This is Rambler basketball from Learfield.
Tired of the daily maintenance of getting rid of unwanted hair? Still shaving the patches of hair left behind by laser hair removal? Ready to throw away your tweezer and have your eyebrows shaped permanently? Electrolysis is the only method recognized by the FDA as permanent hair removal. Call or text 224-730-4919 to schedule your free 45-minute consultation and sampling. Day, evening, and weekend hours available. Offices in Skokie and Lincoln Park. Visit electrolysisforyou.com for more information. Go Ramblers!
This is Rambler softball player Liz Sudeikis on behalf of Midway Restoration Services, the presenting sponsor of Rambler softball. They're a family-owned business who have been serving all of Chicagoland for more than 35 years. They provide emergency restoration services for a variety of emergency situations, including water damage, fire, mold, and biohazards. Midway Restoration Services is the one call you need to make to help manage the cleanup and restoration for your home or business. Call them 24/7-365 at 312-226-1101 or visit them at midwayrestoration.com.
Rambler fans, make plans for your next trip to Gentile Arena by visiting RamblerTickets.com, your official source for Loyola Athletics tickets. RamblersTickets.com, or you can call 773-508-WOLF. Men's volleyball will be home this weekend twice, Friday and Saturday. They'll be taking on Queens University. Of course, Queens University, a team that has already punched a ticket in the men's basketball tournament. But their men's volleyball team will be at Gentile Arena this coming Friday and Saturday. And you get tickets at RamblerTickets.com or 773-508-WOLF. All right, CT Richmond just had a 7-point lead, their largest lead of the game. They'll have the ball here up 27-22 now and shooting 65% from the field, 5 of 9 from 3. Their hottest player has been Colin Tanner, 3 of 4 from the field, but we would assume that he's going to spend most of the time the rest of this first half on the bench with 2 fouls, and AJ Lopez has 2 fouls. So you would expect at some point Richmond right now to cool off a bit, but Loyola's defense has to step up a little.
Yeah, I mean, both those guys are for sure going to cool off. And I think in the second half, once they get back in, AJ Lopez will be the one of the two that I think is immediately going to try to get going. And he's the one that he can get going in her. I think Tanner right now is playing a little bit above, a little bit out of his scope. I'd say playing a little bit above what his capabilities are because he just hit his first shot. He's feeling himself a little bit. So being out for a little while, that tends to get guys. I mean, it throws off your rhythm, obviously. And then when he comes back, he's probably going to chuck up a quick three, and he'll probably miss. And then that'll start regressing to the mean, which is something that we always talk about.
Team Impact is a therapeutic 2-year program that matches children facing serious illness and disabilities with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Loyola Medicine sponsors the Ramblers' relationship with Team Impact, which currently includes 2 active matches in 10 matches all time. Team Impact getting all kids in the game, all in, all together. Longer timeout here because they don't start the timeout clock on this last timeout until they finish up a sideline interview with the head coach, in this case, Drew Valentine, did an interview, so that lasted about a minute. So they don't officially start that timeout until that's over, so the head coach can have the full amount of time with his team. And I like the access, and then I like the idea of, okay, make sure, though, the coach gets this full time with his team.
Yeah, I like that approach. But look at Richmond's lineup right now. I mean, they're very, very small. I mean, they have no rim protection. So I'd love for somebody like X or JOJ to recognize that and, get in a position where you're getting something going downhill, especially X. I mean, because he hasn't hit his outside shots just yet, but something to kind of get him going is I think we'll get an easy bucket inside.
And Alex Richardson is back in the game here. He has 2 fouls. Miles is on the bench right now with 1. As Loyola comes back out in the zone defense. Tied on the right side. Alley-oop. And Robinson couldn't handle it cleanly. JOJ saved it in, but the Spiders get it. Now up top, it's Harper. Argabright near half court. Argabright guarded by Anderson. Behind the screen. To his left, kicks it out. Daughtry, 4 to shoot. 3 to shoot. 2. Throws up a wild shot off the backboard. No good. Anderson rips away the rebound.
The rebound, Nick.
And Nick will take a little serpentine route to get across half court. And hands it off to Tavares. Dotson on the bench right now. So Tavares, that lead ball handler right now. Amos driving left against Tyne to the hoop. Got bumped and didn't get a call. Threw up a wild shot over his head off the rim.
Yeah, right idea, though.
Had Tyne on him, so definitely had the advantage to get to the rim over him. Argabright on the left wing. Tyne up top. Push pass right here for Daughtry. Back up top, Tyne. Eyes the rim. Passes it to Argabright. He spins to the paint. He'll kick it out. Daughtry. He'll take a 3. He'll miss it short. Anderson another rebound. JOJ had the closeout, had the hand up. And he had the right hand up because Daughtry's a left-handed shooter. So literally had the right hand up. Still a 5-point Richmond lead. 5:48 to go in the first half. Anderson up top, almost had it stolen. Spins away from Daughtry, bumps him towards the rim, and draws a foul. Nick Anderson.
There you go, freshman Nick.
Maybe got a little stronger in the last couple of days. Or just more confident. First foul on Daughtry. Anderson will shoot 2. Been to the line, has attempted 37 free throws this year, just a shade under 60%. Deep breath, bends the knees. First of 2 free throws, bounces in. Richmond now on a 3-minute, 7-second scoring drought. They've missed their last 4 shots. Rubin returns. Richardson to the bench. A good job, Richardson, giving Miles a chance to get a breather. Here comes Colin Tanner with his 2 fouls, so he's back in.
Yeah, just rethinking about that drive from X. I mean, again, right idea. Had a smaller guy on you. You want to get – and Richmond didn't have any rim protection out there, but I'd like to see X just play off 2, especially around the rim with a smaller guy. If he just comes to a gather, he'll be able to power himself up over the top of Mikhail Tyne.
Anderson missed the second free throw. JOJ fought for the rebound, but the Spiders have it. Into the front court, Tyne at the free throw line. Out to Argabright, left side. Back up top, Tyne. He'll shoot a 3 over Rubin and miss it. Tavares had off his hand, then Rubin's hand, and a loose ball for Argabright. 2 Ramblers had a chance for it. Walls, hand off, Tyne. Behind the back dribble against Amos. Right baseline, has to take him back out to the 3-point line. Swung around to the left side, Johnston. Push pass right, Tanner. He'll up fake. He'll drive against Rubin. And they're going to call the second foul on Miles. So Colin Tanner, who leads Richmond with 8 points, will go to the free throw line. More importantly, second foul on Rubin. Tanner's a 73% free throw shooter. 27-23 Spiders with 5:05 to go in the first half. Makes the first. So now you have both Miles and Richardson with 2 fouls as Richardson comes in for Rubin now. Ola Joseph, Anderson, Tavares, and Amos, the others on the floor. Tanner, second free throw is up, and it's 29-23 Spiders as he makes both. And now he'll check out offense, defense. Jalen Robinson comes in. Garland Tanner's already to his 6th double-figure game of the season as he's got 10. 6-point Richmond lead. Tavares dribbling left. Out of the baseline, has Tyne on him. Gives to Richardson. Richardson dribbles to the top of the key. Amos behind the screen. Spins against Johnston. Walls reaches in. Amos kicks it out. Ola Joseph right corner for 3. He got fouled, and JOJ will shoot 3 free throws. So good minutes for Ola Joseph off the bench. He's played 11 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 2 from the field. Has made a free throw, a rebound, which was offensive, an assist, and a steal. And now, 3 free throws. Foul was on Jalen Robinson, his first. It's very bright in this arena, CT. I keep looking up at those lights, and JOJ makes the first of 3 free throws. Of course, this is the home of the Pittsburgh Penguins. They last played here on Sunday afternoon, defeating my Boston Bruins in overtime. And then they vacated for the tournament as JOJ, 2 for 2, 1 more to go. Can pull the Ramblers within 3 if he makes this 3rd free throw. And the leading scorers in this game, not exactly what you were expecting coming in. JOJ with 8 for the Ramblers. Tanner with 10 for Richmond. Cade Dotson does also have 8 for Loyola. 29-26 as Ola Joseph makes all 3 free throws. 4:33 to go in the first half. Walls. Right sideline for Tyne. Tavares watching him. Up top, Johnson. Dribbles to his right, steps into a 3. Missed it short. Walls flying in. Misses the tip in. And the rebound by Ola Joseph.
Slow down, fellas.
Well, neither team has hit a field goal in nearly 4 minutes. Richmond is almost to 5 minutes without a field goal. Loyola is almost to 4 minutes. Tavares double teamed across the side, double team on the sideline, and he traveled, trying to get out of it. And Loyola had, of course, a timeout they could use there, that use it or lose a timeout. And I'm not sure if maybe Drew was probably a half second away from yelling it out. So Colin Tanner returns here, offense, defense, with 2 fouls. 4:03 to go first half. Loyola trails 29-26. Both teams now shooting 50% for the game. Argabright crosses over, gets to the paint, finger roll, missed it, and then a late whistle. Ola Joseph, a late challenge that really wasn't even needed. And Argabright's shaken up. So he'll have 2 shots when we come back from timeout here. 3:54 to go in the first half. Argabright he's up on his feet, but he's hobbled a bit. 3:54 to go in the first half. It's Richmond 29, Loyola 26. You're listening to Loyola Ramblers basketball from Learfield.
The Sister Jean Legacy Collection has arrived, offering fans a meaningful way to honor her remarkable life and enduring spirit. Visit the Loyola bookstore or stop by the Rambler team shop during men's basketball games to shop the collection in person. You'll find apparel, gifts, and exclusive designs created to celebrate Sister Jean's legacy. To view the full line anytime, go to LoyolaRamblers.com and select the Sister Jean tab. Celebrate a Loyola legend with the Sister Jean Legacy Collection.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Looking for hard to get tickets with a money back guarantee? Visit ticketeastore.com to get your ticket fixed. Great seats, great prices, and a great supporter of Loyola Athletics. That's ticketeastore.com. Ticket eStore is the official alumni-owned ticketing sponsor of Loyola Athletics. And from jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. 3:54 to go here in the first half. Richmond, 11 of 22 from the field, 5 of 12 from 3. Loyola, 8 of 16 from the field, 3 of 10 from 3, but 7 of 10 at the free throw line. And with 3:54 to go in the first half, it's Richmond 29, Loyola 26. Aiden Argabright will have a couple of free throws when play resumes here. And as we talked about, Richmond now sort of fallen back off their hot start, and both teams right there at 50%. Loyola winning the rebounding battle, but Richmond has 5 points off of turnovers to Loyola's 2.
Work.
And got our stat sheet here. And no lead changes, 4 ties here in the first half. Richmond is led by as many as 7. Loyola's not yet led in this game, but again, it's been pretty much nip and tuck this entire way. And now looking for a strong close to a half. And Loyola's had those now recently, finishing out the first halves better. Again, over this last week of the regular season, hoping to do that again here today.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. Just got to finish strong. I mean, this foul on JOJ, I mean, a bit of a late call, but unfortunately, just it is what it is. But I think we have some momentum right now, and with some of their top guys, top scorers on the bench, I mean, we have a great opportunity to win this last 4-minute segment and get hopefully take a lead going into half.
Argabright scores his first point. It comes at the free throw line. He's attempted the third most free throws in the conference. These are free throws 163 and 164 for the freshman. And he missed the second. In every part of the rim and stayed out. Nick Anderson get it to Dotson in the backcourt. Ramblers got to get it over here, and they're not going to. Oh, no, they're not going to. The problem that would happen there was that Anderson, he was too preoccupied when he got the ball off the rebound to getting the ball to Dotson when he probably could have at least advanced it a little bit further than he did. And once he gave it to Dotson, he gave Cade 3 seconds to get it over, and he tried to pass, and it was about a half second late. So 30-26. And really, all the turnovers have been similar plays like that. Just really things they can not have, as Johnston now makes a 3 from the left corner, and now the lead is up to 7 again, 33-26. 3:15 to go in the first half. Ola Joseph up top. Passes to Amos, right wing. He'll take the 3. Missed it. And the 3-point shot for X has not traveled here to Pittsburgh. He's 0-3 from 3. 1 of 5 from the field. Richmond can now extend their largest lead. Tyne, floater in the lane. Short. Richardson the rebound. That was about 13 feet away. Front straight on there. Ola Joseph spins off a steal attempt, steps into a long 2.
I can't
he
believe
missed
he
it.
shot that. Oh, my God.
Rebound on the floor. Amos battling. Richmond battling, and they have it. Now a tie-up, actually. It'll be or a timeout. Timeout, Richmond.
I can't believe Josh just shot.
He had a chance maybe to drive to the rim.
Yes.
And he didn't even take a 3 in the end. He ended up taking a long 2, which... And so now it'll be Richmond ball. They called timeout to save the possession here with 2:36 to go in the first half. Richmond 33, Loyola 26. Celebrate the life and enduring spirit of Sister Jean with the new Sister Jean Legacy Collection available now at the Loyola Bookstore. You can also explore the full collection online at LoyolaRamblers.com. Just click on the Sister Jean tab. Richmond's only made one of their last 9 shots here, and it was the 3-pointers just a few moments ago by Johnston to get the lead back up to 7. Richmond will have the ball in the backcourt here to inbound. With 2:36 to go in the first half. Well, man, Richmond on Saturday had a 30-point lead, led by, I think it was 21 at halftime at Duquesne, and ended up losing that game by 2. So right now 7 points is not that insurmountable. Argabright driving right down the lane, kick out corner. Johnston short on the 3. That went off a Richmond arm. Definitely out of bounds off of Daughtry.
Yep.
Loyola ball.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great point, but we're going to have our opportunities to get back into this one. We just have to be able to capitalize and just keep getting stop or start getting some stops.
So Wall's going to the bench here. I thought maybe he grabbed it his lower back as he's walking, I'd say pretty gingerly. And then, I think he's kind of favoring his lower back right now as he comes out of the game. Amos gets a screen from Richardson on the left side. Push pass up top to Tavares. Tavares to Dotson now. Dotson for Richardson between the rings. They get up in his face. Richardson steps to the left. Now back to the right. Finds Amos. Amos in the corner will zing a cross-court pass. Extra pass. Tavares to Dotson. A 3. And Cade Dotson. Well, his shot has traveled here to Pittsburgh. He's 3 of 5 from downtown. He has 11, and Loyola within 4, 33-29. Great one more from Tavares. Out of the left corner to the wing. Also a really good pass across the court from Amos. Johnston misses a 3. Rebound loose. Dotson took it away from Tyne.
Let's go. We got numbers.
Numbers 5 on 4 the other way. Tyne behind the play. Tavares to Dotson. Open right side for 3. Too strong. Almost had the rebound, though. Here come the Spiders the other way. Johnston across the free throw line to Argabright. He'll take a 3. He'll make a 3. And only a 2. Only a 2. All right. 35-29 with 1:06 to go in the first half. I'm sure they'll probably check that. Dotson behind the Richardson screen. Left elbow. Push pass right to Amos. Now to Ola Joseph. He'll take a 3 from the right wing, and he'll make it. JOJ's got 11. Both he and Dotson have 11. 35-32 with 46 seconds to go in the first half. Tyne to his right. Dotson gets back in front. Johnston against Tavares here on the right wing.
Here we go.
Beagle.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Daywalt.
Bounce pass to Johnston. It was a really good pass from Beagle.
That was just a dime.
Who lays it up and in. 37-32. Shot clock and game clock about a 1 second difference, and Dotson's going to call for an offensive foul.
On.
Try to get it across half court to probably use the
use it or lose a
timeout. And now Richmond will get the final shot with 26.4 to go, 37-32, and they bring in Lopez, who we have not seen for a long time in this game. Maybe they can draw a charge on A.J. Lopez and get his 3rd foul. I got a feeling he probably won't try to drive to the rim in that case. Argabright holding the ball at half court. 15 seconds to go in the first half. Richmond by 5. Argabright now starts the move, hands off Lopez, 8 to shoot. Johnston crosses over left to right, 5 to shoot, towards the rim, puts up a wild shot, spins off, no good. Richardson the rebound, and just Amos will launch got it off the backboard from about 92 feet. It was way wide left, but impressive nonetheless. All right, so a first half that was up and down. Loyola trailed by as many as 7, had a couple of chances where they could have maybe fallen down by double figures, but they stay within 5 points as we head to halftime. And again, this is a Richmond team that blew a 20-point lead at halftime and a 30-point lead against Duquesne in this city just a couple of days ago. And so at halftime, Richmond 37, Loyola 32. Stay tuned for today's halftime show brought to you by Great Lakes Brewing Company, the official alumni-owned craft beer sponsor of Loyola Athletics. That's coming up next on the Rambler Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're watching Rambler basketball from home or in Gentile Arena, be sure to do it while enjoying a Great Lakes Brewing Company beer. Great Lakes Brewing Company is an official alumni-owned craft beer sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Find Great Lakes Brewing Company beer inside Gentile Arena or wherever Great Lakes beers are sold. Great Lakes Brewing Company reminds you to please drink responsibly. Looking for the perfect place for lunch or a night out? Visit Bluestone on Central Street in Evanston. They've got something for everyone, from hearty classics to kid-approved favorites. Their dishes are made with fresh ingredients and love. Whether it's a big family gathering or a simple dinner out, Bluestone will make you feel right at home. Check them out in advance at bluestoneevanston.com.
Rambler fans, howling for hunger? On the prowl for snacks? Then head to the Pack House concession stands in Gentile Arena for all your food and beverage needs. The main stands are located in the northeast and southwest corners of the Gentile Arena concourse, with satellite beer stations located in the northwest and southeast corners, plus a grab-and-go concept stand located across from the restrooms on the north side featuring Frito-Lay and Coca-Cola offerings. Go now or stay hungry.
Looking for the best happy hour in downtown Chicago? Visit Pippin's Tavern Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. and enjoy buy one, get one appetizers, $1.50 oysters, $6 craft beers, and glasses of wine, plus more. Whether you're kicking back after work or catching the big game, Pippin's Tavern offers the perfect game day watch party atmosphere with great food, drinks, and plenty of TVs. Learn more at pippenstavern.com.
Hi, I'm Molly Fowler, co-owner of Candlelight on Western. For 75 years, Candlelight has been serving Rogers Park and the Loyola Ramblers with the city's best tavern-style pizza. Whether you're watching the game or just celebrating a win, we've got your home court advantage. And here's an assist. Mention this ad on game day and score a free appetizer. So grab your team and head to Candlelight, where every night's a slam dunk. Candlelight, a sign of good times.
What's up, Loyola fans? This is Cam Krog all the way from League ACB in Spain. Do you want to attend the games and concert tickets you love for less? I'm here to tell you to check out my favorite place for tickets, TicketEstore.com. Whether you want to be courtside or in the pit, Ticket eStore has you covered. With more than 20 years in the business and a wide selection of events, TicketEstore.com is alumni-owned and a proud official ticketing sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Tell them I sent you.
Welcome into the Great Lakes Brewing Company halftime show. The score at halftime, Richmond 37, Loyola 32. Let's go through the first half stats. Loyola in the first half shot 10 of 21. That's 47.6%. 5 of 15 from 3 and made 7 of their 10 free throws. Richmond shot 14 of 29. That's 48.3%. So you can basically say both teams shooting 48% in this game. Richmond 6 of 15 from three-point range, and they've gone 3 of 5 at the charity stripe. A difference here in the turnovers, Loyola with 8, Richmond with 3. So the Spiders have 9 points off of turnovers to Loyola's 2, so a 7-point difference there. Loyola is winning the rebounding battle, +4. The offensive rebounds are even, though, 2-2, and both teams have just 2 second chance points. Loyola's bench outscoring Richmond's 12-10, and that's pretty much all in part of Joshua Ola-Joseph, who has 11 of those 12 for the Ramblers. Richmond outscoring Loyola in the paint 10-8, and Richmond has the only 2 fast break points. That was a steal at half court and a bucket the other way by Mikkel Tyne. 4 ties, no lead changes in the first half, and Richmond led by as many as 7 in half number 1. Individually, Loyola, Cade Dotson, 11 points, 4 of 7 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3. And then Joshua Ola-Joseph off the bench in a total of 15 minutes. He had 11 points on 3 of 4 shooting, made a three-pointer, and made all 4 of his free throws with a couple of rebounds, an assist, and a steal for JOJ in that first half. Miles Rubin ends up playing 12 minutes in the first half, picked up a second foul fairly late, And 4 points in the first half, 2 rebounds, 1 assist for Miles. Xavier Amos, so X has cooled off a bit here. Just 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Does have a nice block and a nice steal, though, on the defensive end. So you could say at least he's not letting the poorer shooting today get in the way of the defense overall. And let's see. Daywell Tavares has made a 3-pointer for 3 points and total, and Nick Anderson 1 free throw. Other side for Richmond, they have 2 10-point scorers, Will Johnston and then Colin Tanner, who's made 3 of 4 from the field. We'll see if he stays that hot. He has 2 fouls. And AJ Lopez in the first half for Richmond only played 7 minutes with 2 points on 1 shot as he picked up 2 fouls and did not see a ton of time in that first half. So, I mean, Loyola is obviously in this ball game. It's a 5-point difference. I believe the Ramblers should have the ball to begin the second. Oh, no, it'll be... Well, they actually have the possession showing Loyola here. Can't remember when the last tie-up happened and who got the ball, but either way, 5-point game coming out of the locker room here. See what changes are made, and I would expect Miles Rubin to try to get him more involved offensively, much like he was the first time that these two teams played. But CT, they're in a spot here, 5-point game. It's anybody's ball game.
Yeah, I mean, we're right within striking distance right now. So we talked about the play of Will Johnson and Colin Tanner, especially for Richmond. So Will Johnson comes in averaging about 10 points a game. He's already at that mark. Colin Tanner averages about 6 a game. So him coming in, getting 10 in the first half, playing a little bit higher than what he's usually capable of doing. So I imagine those guys will kind of fall back down to earth. But something else to keep in mind. Richmond came out red hot, especially from 3, especially when we showed our 2-3 zone early on. So at one point, Richmond was 5 of 9 from 3. They finished the half 6 of 15. So they're really starting to cool down there. They're moving towards that 37% number that they tend to shoot, that they shot from 3 on the season so far up to this point. So just have to keep locking in on our game plan. And I mean, we've only given up 2 offensive rebounds for 2 second chance points. So continue to do a good job clearing the glass, but you got to do a better job of making them miss that initial shots. I mean, they're still shooting 48% from the field, which is a little too high.
DeGroot Logistics is a proud sponsor of Loyola Athletics, owned and operated by Loyola alumni. DeGroot provides transportation services for some of the country's largest shippers of food and beverage products. If you're interested in learning more or you want to join their team, check them out at DeGrootLogistics.com. We'll step aside here on the Great Lakes Brewing Company halftime show, but we'll come back with more as the Ramblers trail Richmond 37. Oh, now it's 38-32, CT. So remember that Argabright 2-pointer that I said they'll probably go and check that? Well, apparently they have checked it, and they made that a 3. So officially the score at halftime, 38-32. Okay, now we'll take a break and come back with more in a moment here on the Great Lakes Brewing Company halftime show on the Rambler Sports Network from Learfield.
Watching a game, going out to dinner, hosting an event? Firehouse Grill is your answer. With a fantastic bar area to watch sports, a family-friendly restaurant, and 2 private event spaces, Firehouse Grill is a great space for any night out. With their menu of popular burgers, delicious Detroit-style pizza, and inventive entrees, you can find something that everyone will love. Join them in Evanston for the next Rambler men's basketball away game, a night out, or a post-game meal. Visit them ahead of time at firehousegrill.net.
Ready for slam dunk experiences during basketball games? Head over to Ireland's for unforgettable pregame and postgame celebrations. Located on campus in the lower level of the Damon Student Center and proudly run by Loyola-led Enterprises undergraduate students. Head down and enjoy a delicious hot dog and pair it with a beer or seltzer of your choice. Ireland's, raising a glass to victory.
Back here on the Great Lakes Brewing Company halftime show. And the score now officially at halftime, Richmond 38, Loyola 32 as an Aiden Argabright 2-pointer. They ended up checking it and calling it a 3-pointer. So Loyola trails by 6 heading into the second half. Earlier today on this floor, St. Bonaventure put 99 points on the board and a runaway victory over LaSalle. So they move on to play George Mason in the second round tomorrow. Of course, the winner of this game will play Davidson tomorrow night. in round 2. Loyola softball, they got off to a really good A10 start this past weekend at Dayton as they swept the Flyers in Dayton, winning a doubleheader Sunday 3-2 and 5-3. And then they got a run rule victory in 5 innings over the Flyers on Monday morning, winning that game 9-0. Then the Ramblers stayed on the road and played at Indiana yesterday, but fell in that game 14-6. They have 10 days off before their next game. They'll have their home opener, a doubleheader, Saturday, March the 21st against St. Louis, as the Ramblers 11-14 to begin the softball season, 3-0 in conference play, and their next game will be the home opener. Men's volleyball, they're at 11-5 on the year, 5-2 in MIVA play, a top 10 team, of course. And they lost their last matchup this past Saturday to Purdue Fort Wayne in 4, but they're back home this coming Friday and Saturday for a pair of conference matchups with Queens University before they go on the road for 3 consecutive. And, of course, another shout-out to the women's basketball team that got to the quarterfinal round of the A10 tournament last Friday. They fell to the eventual champions, Rhode Island, losing in that quarterfinal game 71-64. But a great season overall, finishing at 14-17, 9-9 in conference play, and the future looks bright for Allison Guth and the women's basketball team with players like Alexandre Bissett and Alexa Kinnis, Brooklyn Vaughn, just to name a few on that roster that we certainly expect and hope to see with the team next year as well, as they look to build something off of a successful 25-26 campaign. And again, the score here at halftime of the Great Lakes Brewing Company halftime show, it is Richmond 38, Loyola 32. We'll take a break and come back in a moment here on the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield.
Rambler fans don't just watch the game, they live it. Sitting in traffic on the way to the game might sound boring. The pregame rituals, post-win celebrations, and everything in between is nothing but brilliant. That's why PNC is proud to be the official bank sponsor of Loyola Athletics and support their devoted fans. Because keeping your finances boring allows you to make exciting memories full of all the things that make game day feel like game day. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. Member FDIC.
Whether you're watching Rambler basketball from home or in Gentile Arena, be sure to do it while enjoying a Great Lakes Brewing Company beer. Great Lakes Brewing Company is an official alumni-owned craft beer sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Find Great Lakes Brewing Company beer inside Gentile Arena or wherever Great Lakes beers are sold. Great Lakes Brewing Company reminds you to please drink responsibly.
Second half, a couple of minutes from getting underway. Richmond 38, Loyola 32. And Richmond's largest lead in that first half was 7. Loyola never led. It was tied 4 times in the early going of the first half. Both teams have a pair of double-figure scores. Joshua Ola-Joseph and Cade Dotson for the Ramblers with 11 points. They've combined to be 7 of 11 from the field. The rest of the team, 3 of 10 for the Ramblers. Cade has made 3 of his 6 3-pointers. Richmond, 10 points for Will Johnston, and 10 points as well for Colin Tanner. They're a combined 7 of 14 from the field, with the rest of the team at 7 of 15. Both teams shooting 48% for the ball game. Loyola making 5 of 15 from 3. Richmond officially now 7 of 16 from 3 once they added the Argabright, moving it from a 2 to a 3-pointer. Again, Loyola winning the rebounding battle +4 as this second half is getting underway in a matter of moments. And all right, so now it's a 6-point deficit, CT. Obviously, what you said earlier still applies. 5 points, 6 points. You're in this ball game, and a quick run can really change the complexion of this game if the Ramblers can come out and, as you like to see, try to see Chris Mooney and Richmond call that first time out of the second half.
Exactly, but then in order for us to do that, understand what's likely about to come. So AJ Lopez just sitting on the bench for most of the first half. He only took one. Only had 2 points, and with the way that he's been able to score the ball all season long, the way he torched us a couple weeks ago at our place, you got to know he's going to try to get going early on. The first couple sets are probably going to be something run for him. So whoever's going to be starting on him, just got to be ready for it. Be able to talk through any sort of screens, any sort of pin downs, or they run that. Richmond likes to run the Princeton offense, so it might be a situation where he's in a dribble handoff, and you have to remain face on face with him and leave when he leaves. If you get too low, meaning you getting below him, closer to the baseline, he comes off that dribble handoff. Now you're late trailing the play. Or if you get too high, you're leaning towards that dribble handoff, anticipating him coming off. That's when he's open for a backdoor cut. So he's got to stay solid.
Richmond is back out on the court with their starters of Tyne, Johnston, Lopez, Tanner, and Walls. Loyola onto the court now with Tavares, Dotson, Amos, Richardson, and Rubin. It'll be Richmond ball to begin the second half. They're announcing to the crowd now officially that basket from Argerbright turned into a 3. So second half underway, 38-32 Richmond. Tanner up top, bounce pass to Walls. Quickly to Tyne between the rings. Tyne, push pass left to Walls, hands off Tyne, turns the corner left, back out to Walls, swings it right. Tanner wide open for 3. He misses that one. And the Ramblers cannot control the rebound.
Alex, I don't know if I've ever seen a big not be able to just consistently grab the ball. I don't know if you need to do some hand grip exercises or what the fix for that is. There's nobody around him.
So you left Tanner wide open. Say, all right, prove it that you can make another one. He misses, but Loyola can't get the rebound. Now Walls, a quick 15-footer off the inbounds is good. The Ramblers now have their largest deficit down by 8, 40-32. Rubin. Got a drive by Walls to the left. Floats one up off the glass and good. 40-34. Sideline right, Tanner. Up top, Tyne. Swung left for Lopez. Lopez guarded by Amos. Bounce entry to Walls. Richardson on him. He throws it out to Tanner. Trying to reposition himself, but they pass it back up top. Now Johnston bounces it to Walls up top. Tyne on the left wing. Johnston trying to drive against Dotson. He's shut off. Swings it left for Tyne. Shoots a 3 over Richardson, and he made it. And now a 9-point lead, 43-34. Rubin, top of the key. Handoff Dotson. Dotson behind the Rubin screen to his left. Walls doubles with Johnston. Cade spins out of it. 12 to shoot. Dotson passes to Rubin, top of the nail. 8 to shoot. Bounce pass to Tavares on a cut and a lay-in. Oh, boy, what a pass by Miles. And not an easy pickup and finish for Tavares either. 43-36. Walls, left for Tyne, guarded by Tavares. Walls back to Tyne. To his left. Walls pops free for 3. Short. Rebound loose. Spiders get it. Tanner up fakes a 3 and then fumbles the ball away. And that looked like a double dribble to me or something illegal. As he tried to pass and it slipped out of his hands and he picked it back up. Now Tanner on the left wing. Looks to drive into Rubin. Rubin and Richardson double. Kick out 3. Lopez maybe partially blocked, but a rebound for Richmond. It went off the rim. And a third opportunity. They work it around to Tyne. The left side 3. No good. Loyola can't get the rebound.
Ridiculous, man.
Just long rebounds out the perimeter, and Richmond is going to grab. Well, they're not going to grab. They're just bouncing to him. Now Lopez drives, stumbles,
Foul.
reach and foul by Cade, I think. Ola Joseph in, Richardson out. Beagle's in, Walls out for Richmond. Argerbright is in, and Johnston out as well. 43-36 Richmond, 17:28 to go. Tyne. Swings to Beagle up top, lobs it over to Lopez. Left wing, Lopez steps back, takes a 3, missed it short, and Rubin and Ola Joseph combine for the rebound. That's more like it. They just gave Richmond 4 tries. They missed all 4 shots. Still trail by 7. Dotson. And Rubin on the right wing. Rubin gets free, driving to the hoop, and man, it spins off the rim as he got fouled.
Just dunk the ball.
Yeah.
Just dunk it, man.
If you miss the dunk, so be it. You still got the foul, probably.
You're already going hard at the basket. I mean, that's just dunk the ball.
99 times out of 100, though, I think Miles puts that lay-in in. Tanner just picked up his third foul. And Miles is shooting 2. First one, too strong. Will Harper in for Tanner. 16:56 to go, 43-36 Richmond. Rubin short on the second. Oh, Joseph, the rebound and the dunk.
There we go, JOJ.
That's what you're calling for. JOJ with 13 points, and that was his second offensive rebound put back of the game, and it's 43-38. Beagle. Dribble handoff, Argabright. Argabright into the paint, kick out, Lopez. He up fakes against Ola Joseph, but doesn't bite. Argabright now drives. Ola Joseph rips at it, almost knocked it away. Argabright is to kick it out to Lopez. 8 to shoot. Beagle between the rings. Moves it right to Harper. Amos switches on him. Harper drives, and a foul and a bucket. Will Harper just throws up a shot off the glass.
Did they get X on that?
And Amos, a little bump that sent Harper to the baseline, and he threw it up off the window and a chance for 3. Harper, 15 of 18 at the line in his career. And he's now 16 of 19. 8-point game again, 46-38. Full court pressure from the Spiders. Tavares, they're going to get it in. Gets it to Rubin. Finds Dotson. And Dotson will get it across half court with a couple of seconds to spare. Cade will pull up, take a right side 3, and bounces out. And the rebound for the Spiders. Johnston ahead for Argabright. Up top, Robinson. Now Johnston, bounce pass Argabright. Moves it right for Harper. Robinson handoff Harper. Glasgow trying to stay with him. Robinson spins back to his right. Lopez pull up, free throw line. Jay, no good. Rebound off the hand of a Spider and grabbed by the Ramblers. There's a whole lot of weird stuff going on that possession. Rubin into a double team, and he tried to throw out of it. Tavares couldn't go and save it. Up ahead come the Spiders. Lopez overruns his dribble, passes to Harper. Lopez steps to the corner, now will drive into Rubin. He'll throw it underneath Harper. Reverse lay-in, no good. Loose ball. Harper in front of Rubin, gets it. He throws it out to the top side. Lopez, he'll drive, puts up a shot, a floater, short. Rubin there with the defense. Rebound, Ola Joseph. Still an 8-point game, almost 5 minutes into the second half. Dotson to his right, defender on his back. Free throw line, finds Tavares, left corner, catch and shoot 3. Too strong, rebound, Glasgow and Ola Joseph get it. Second chance for the Ramblers.
Josh, high-low. He's trying to get Josh on a high-low, but he doesn't recognize it.
Dotson with 9 to shoot. Ola Joseph the screen, probably illegal. They don't call it. Dotson has it poked away. It gets ahead to Argabright on a breakout the other way. Argabright puts up a reverse lay-in as he wanted to make sure he wouldn't get blocked by Ola Joseph. And Richmond leads by 10, 48-38. And timeout Ramblers. So Richmond had a 6-point lead at halftime, but now they have a 10-point lead with 14:24 to go in this one. It's Richmond 48 and Loyola 38. We'll step aside and come right back here on the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Looking for a doctor close to home? You don't have to travel far to find the leading edge of healthcare. With Loyola Medicine, hospitals and doctors' offices located throughout the west, south, and southwest suburbs, advanced medical technology and top-rated physicians are right in your neighborhood. At Loyola Medicine, the official healthcare system and sports medicine sponsor of Loyola Athletics, it's easy to find an exceptional doctor at a convenient location. Go to loyolamedicine.org/doctor to find your Loyola doctor today.
Loyola Medicine, the official health system and sports medicine sponsor of Loyola Athletics, provides life-saving care. The top-rated doctors diagnose, treat, and manage both common conditions and complex diseases. Visit loyolamedicine.org/schedule now to make your appointment today. We have 14:24 to go, and Richmond now has its largest lead, 48-38. Obviously, still a lot of time left in this, but Loyola is going to need a little bit of a counter punch, I think, right now to stabilize things, let's say.
Yeah, the quick jump shots aren't the answer. I know Cade just took one a couple possessions ago, but possession we were just talking about, you have Miles posting up, battling for position down low. He's got a clear size advantage, and his man is really trying to fight over the high side of him. And so when the guys do that, it's okay to let them, but then you want – the reason why Drew is screaming at Josh is he can flash the high post and set up a high-low action. So Miles is trained to be able to switch his feet around, and then once he gets the ball – he's going to, once Josh catches in the high post, Miles switches his feet. That's going to open up that opportunity. But Josh just didn't have the wherewithal to be able to recognize what was going on, and he just flashed late, and then by then the play was over.
So 14:24 to go here in the second half, and Richmond, or Loyola, will have the basketball as they called the timeout. The next whistle will also be a timeout here as Loyola called this one to get the media. And they come out on the floor with Tavares, Dotson, Ola Joseph, Richardson, and Anderson. All right, they get the ball over to Dotson. And the Ramblers start their offense. Tavares dribbles to the left wing. Now Richardson up top. Ola Joseph went down at the rim. Skip pass to Dotson. Right corner, up fake, steps to his left, takes the three, missed it short. And the rebound by Daughtry for Richmond. Loyola 3 of 6 from the field to begin the second half. Richmond is 4 of 12. I mean, they've gotten so many extra opportunities. Daughtry up top. He'll take a long three. It rattles out. And a rebounding foul on Richardson, his third.
Yeah, Alex is just like, I just don't know what to say to him right now.
He's having a tough time on the glass. His Wall's got the rebound despite the foul. And another timeout on the floor here with 13:51 to go. It is Richmond 48, Loyola 38. And this is Loyola Rambler basketball from Learfield.
Caputo Cheese specializes in the manufacturing and processing of fine Italian-type cheeses, including Parmesan, Romano, and fresh mozzarella. They're best known among chefs for their award-winning burrata and ricotta cheeses. Whether you need a traditional Parmigiano Reggiano or a customized solution, Caputo Cheese delivers quality and consistency that only high standards and family pride can produce. Visit them at CaputoCheese.com and follow them at Caputo Cheese.
Make Pippin's Tavern a downtown campus men's basketball away game watch party sponsor. Your go-to spot for game days, dinner with friends, or your next big event. With a mouth-watering menu, craft cocktails, and plenty of TVs. Pippin's Tavern is the perfect place to catch all the action and enjoy a great meal in the heart of downtown Chicago. Planning a special occasion? Pippin's Tavern offers several private event spaces to make your celebration unforgettable. Visit Pippin'sTavern.com to learn more and reserve your next event.
Over 50, nearing retirement. Join this live interactive retirement planning class that's quietly educated thousands of retirees and pre-retirees. Attend Retirement Planning University from the comfort of home. Go to helpingamericaretire.com. That's helpingamericaretire.com. See website for disclosures. And even from the last time out to this one, starting to feel this one slip away a bit for the Ramblers as they haven't scored a point in over 3 minutes and trail by 10. And Richmond will have the basketball when play resumes. Alex Richardson just picked up his third foul in this game. And Dotson and Rubin each have 2. On the other side for Richmond, they have Tanner with 3 fouls, Lopez with 2. So not a ton of foul trouble in this game. And Loyola's out shooting Richmond 48% to 43%. Right now, Richmond with 7 offensive rebounds, but still just 2 second chance points. So all those offensive, all those extra chances, Richmond hasn't scored on them. But it is forcing Loyola to play, obviously, 10, 15, 20 more seconds of defense every time.
And also, mentally, it's draining too when it's like, okay, you give up another offensive rebound. It's like, here we go again. It's just really disappointing, though, especially with Alex. Because one thing we really praised him for was his rebounds per minute, and that's something that he can really impact and help us out with, and he just hasn't been giving it to us, or giving it for us today.
Will Johnson almost went up and down, able to make the pass just in time to Argabright. Johnston now has it back on the left wing, 9 to shoot. Argabright dribbles left, will swing it back up top to Walls. He'll take a 3 and make it. Amos with a contest with both arms up. And Richmond leads by 13. And a steal by Argabright. Argabright to the hoop, fouled, blocked. 2 free throws coming, and as I said, this one's slipping away.
Yeah, but it's after a made basket, so you can run. You can run the baseline. So X was wide open on the other side. Nick just didn't recognize it. But going back to that Walls three, so JOJ and Miles, they ended up having to switch. So JOJ's down there battling with Walls. He did a great job of defending him, pushing his catch out. So you could see Walls is posting up around 15, 18 feet out, where he's less effective. And at that point, JOJ can use his side or his quickness to keep him in front. Now, on the switch back, though, I think he and Miles just got a little bit confused on if they were switching back or not. And then Walls was able to walk up there, set a high screen, and then, we were just late being able to contest and just gave up an open 3.
It's a 10-0 Richmond run, and they lead 53-38 with 13:26 to go. Able to break the pressure here. Dotson into the front court. Guarded by Johnston. Rubin catches between the rings, looking right. Rubin now spins off of Walls, down the left side of the lane, fires a tough patch to Ola Joseph, right baseline, back to Rubin, whose help defender fell down, and Miles gets a dunk. 53-40 with 12:58 to go. Harper deep on the left side. Walls turns to his right, hands off Argabright, pulls up 15 feet, missed it, rebound Ramblers. Dotson ahead for Anderson. Anderson behind the back dribble to the lane, to the other side of the rim. Got ripped down on and fouled, and Nick Anderson will have 2 free throws. So good little burst here. Bucket, stop, and now a chance for free throws. Foul on a Harper. Anderson made 1 of 2 free throws in the first half. And misses the first one here. AJ Lopez, Jonathan Beagle, and Mikkel Tyne all return for Richmond. Harper, Argabright, and Walls go out. And Anderson will try to make it a 12-point game with this free throw, which he does. So Anderson splits his free throws again. 53-41 with 12:37 to go. Obviously plenty of time. Beagle up top. Left for Lopez. Lopez holds it. Bounce past Johnston. Gets to the elbow. Across the lane for Beagle. Challenged and fouled by Miles. Oh, no, it's Dotson from the backside reaching in. So Cade, though, picks up his 3rd. And 2 free throws for Jonathan Beagle. Short on the first one. 63% on the year at the line. Dotson checks out. Tavares returns. Second free throw for Beagle. Is out of the line with a broken finger, missing the last 5 games. Goes 0 for 2 at the line. Rubin the rebound. Tavares into the front court. Down the right side of the paint. Skips it left corner. Amos, 3. No good. Miles keeps it alive. Gets the offensive rebound. Miles on the right side. Going to try to back down Beagle. Double team from Tyne. Anderson to Tavares. Fakes the pass. Now he'll step into a 3. He'll front rim it. Ola Joseph flying in. Can't get the rebound. And the shots today not falling for the Ramblers. At least from distance. Tyne down low with Tavares. Kicks it out to Beagle. Hands it off to Johnston. Johnston into Rubin. Bounce pass back to Beagle. Drives into contact with a wild shot. Wanted the foul. No call.
Nope.
Ramblers maybe numbers here. Tavares into the paint. Had it poked away. Richmond can't save the ball inbounds. And Tavares trying to tell Anderson what he wanted him to do there. And it'll be out of bounds. It'll be Rambler basketball when we come back from the timeout here. So Loyola will have it. 23 on the shot clock. 11:31 left to go. Richmond 53. Loyola 41. This is Rambler basketball from Learfield.
The Bud Light Loft in Gentile Arena provides a fantastic sideline view of the court. It also offers plenty of exciting amenities, including all-inclusive food and beverage service with an elevated game day tailgate menu and a reserved countertop seat with access to high top tables. Interested in season, group, or single game tickets in the Bud Light Loft? Visit RamblerTickets.com or call 773-508-WOLF.
Hey Rambler fans, this is Cam Crutley. When I'm not playing on the court, my favorite place to be is in the stands to see it live. And when I need tickets, I go to my friends at TicketEstore.com. As the official ticketing sponsor of Loyola Athletics and an alumni-owned business, Ticket eStore has gotten fans into the events they love for more than 20 years. Whether it's sports, concert, or theater, Ticket eStore has you covered for less than the other guys. Let's go Ramblers.
11:31 left to go in this game. It is Richmond 53, Loyola 41. Ramblers will have the basketball when play resumes here. In the second half, Loyola is 4 of 9 from the field, but all 5 of their misses have been 3-pointers. And have made just 1 of their 4 free throws here in the second half. While Richmond is 5 of 16 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3. So Richmond isn't lighting it up here in the second half. They're outscoring Loyola 15-9 in the second half and have a 53-41 lead. Turnover difference right now, maybe the difference in the game, as Richmond has 13 more points off of Loyola turnovers, even though Loyola's still winning the battle on the glass, +6. And on this last possession, you had Tavares kind of going in transition. Loyola had numbers, and he was trying to direct traffic, and Nick Anderson, he was trying to get Nick Anderson to do something there, and just they were not on the same page. And then Daywilk, after the timeout, just, telling Nick, this is what I was trying to get you to do here. That's a junior talking to a freshman. You can see Daywilk was a little frustrated, but then it seemed like he calmed himself and said, hey, this is what you need to do in that situation, or that's what I'm trying to tell you to do.
Yeah, I mean, there's just guys competing in the heat of the moment. So he's telling Nick just to run more in transition, because if he sprints to the corner, he's going to help flatten out the defense, and then that's going to open up some driving lanes for Daywilk, or it's possibly going to open up something where Nick could be open for a 3, or he also had X on the wing right here. So he's just telling him to run, and he's just going to be a good teammate, open up some other things.
Rubin catches the ball up top. He has Lopez on him, so he goes right at him to the hoop and gets fouled. JOJ cleaned it up with a putback dunk, but the foul called. And Robinson came able to help defensively, picking up the foul. And Miles will go to the line here, though. He's 2 of 6 at the line. The last time he missed the second free throw, though, JOJ had a putback dunk. First free throw up, and Miles bounces it in. 9 points for Rubin, 11-point game. 53-42 with 11:22 to go. They'll be ready for this one to be short. Maybe JOJ grabs another rebound, another dunk. It's perfect in the hoop. And Miles to 10, and the lead is 10, 53-43 Richmond. Lopez against Amos up top, trying to shake him with the crossover into the paint, kick out. Time, a legal screen by Robinson on the handoff, and Tavares with the defense there. Turnover, Loyola ball.
Yeah, you see how X is sliding his feet, staying with AJ Lopez. Didn't get out of his stance and didn't go for any of the herky jerky fakes or anything like that. X is a very, really talented guy.
And said earlier that despite the shot not falling for X, it hasn't affected his defense, which maybe in previous games it has.
For sure.
Rubin, guarded by Robinson into the front court with the dribble. Miles showing off his ball handling skills, draws a foul on Robinson at the hash mark on the sideline. I mean, what is Robinson actually doing there? Wouldn't you back off on Rubin there and say, all right, just what are you going to do?
Yeah, especially that, you're doubling and Miles gets into a post-up situation. There's no need to foul.
That's his third foul. 10:55 to go. Ramblers trail 53-43. Anderson deep on the left. Now back for Tavares. The Rubin screen. He slips it, catches it, drives to the paint, and slam dunk. 2 hands. 8-point game. 53-45. Time. Steps to his left. Into the paint. Free throw line. Tough fade away. Bounces. A bunch of times it in. 55-45. Loyola with some momentum, though, here with 10:20 to go. Rubin sets a big screen on time. Tavares finds Ola Joseph up front. Up fakes, passes. Tavares will take a left wing three. He'll airball it. It's like it was an afterthought, too, I think, the shot. I think he wanted to pass to the corner, and then that wasn't there, and then left him with the shot.
Yeah, he was just totally out of rhythm.
When Loyola got it to 8, I was thinking in my mind, when does Richmond start to think, get in their heads about potentially losing another lead? Right now they're up by 10 with 9:59 to go. Ramblers being led by Ola Joseph, Dotson, and Rubin today. JOJ with 13 on 4 of 5 shooting, 5 rebounds. Dotson 11 of points, 4 of 9 from the field, and Rubin with 12 points. Perfect from the field, 4 of 4, and 4 of 8 at the free throw line. They added time to the clock here, so now there's 10 minutes left. Walls, back to the basket, top of the arc. Hands off Argabright in the lane. Walls got free and slam dunk.
Yeah, JOJ was just trailing that dribble handoff the whole time. So, you got Alex Richardson playing 2-on-1 on the backside. Any offensive guy is going to be able to score.
57-45, so 4 straight points for the Spiders after Loyola got it back within 8. Rubin's pass to Amos got tipped. He's able to reach up and grab it as time was face guarding. Ola Joseph will take a corner 3, and he knocks it down. JOJ with his second 3. Ola Joseph with 16 points in this game. It's 57-48. Rubin switched out onto Johnston. With Richardson there as well. Tyne on the right wing. Backs up against Dotson. Swings it right. Tanner back to Tyne up top. Tyne will take a long-range 3. Missed it short, and the Ramblers get the long rebound. I think he'll be okay with letting that shot from Mikkel Tyne be fired. Not a bad shooter, but ill-advised. Rubin on the wing. Amos comes to set a screen. Rubin spins to the baseline. Slips it out to Ola Joseph. Right corner 3. Got it! 6-point game, 57-51. That one was a tough shot. He was kind of off 1 foot, fading. Argabright driving right. Blows a layup, but they call a foul. As Amos, I think, was trailing him. Come on, he didn't miss that layup because he got fouled. He missed that layup because he blew it.
He just missed it.
He just missed it long and gets bailed out.
Yeah, you got to have some help side on the back end, or help side defense, somebody in the middle of the paint to be able to escape and be able to come over and be able to challenge a BA. Hit nobody. You see the replay? It didn't even look like X touched him.
Argabright makes the first of 2 free throws, so it's 58-51 now with 8:28 to go. Ola Joseph, 19 points, so he's 1 point away from his Loyola career high, which he's done twice this year, and 2 points away from his overall career high. Argerbright 2 for 2 at the line. Beagle returns. Walls comes out. I'm telling you, Walls is certainly not, doesn't just appear to be 100% with the way he's moving. 8-point game.
Bro.
And Loyola turns it over on the inbounds pass.
There's just a simple man press, and it's nothing we haven't seen before. And we've faced more pressure from other teams in our league. I don't think like Richmond is like this crazy athletic team that should be pressuring us the way that they are.
People are just not making themselves available.
No, that's all it is.
Right side, Johnston. Johnston off a screen to Beagle. Now steps back to take a three. Johnston misses it. Amos the rebound. So you turn it over, but you get the stop, you get the rebound. Dotson. Ola Joseph comes to catch the ball at the top of the key. He sings a pass to the corner. Tavares down the baseline. Kick out. Amos, right side three. And he still can't find the range here in this one. Beagle the rebound. 8-point Richmond lead with a 7:42 to go. Argerbright, that's a wide right three, right out of bounds. Air ball. All right. Loyola, little push, got it to 6. Right now down by 8. And Joshua Ola Joseph, the story, 19 points, 6 of 7 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3-point range, also 5 rebounds and 2 assists. 7:38 left to go. It's Richmond 59, Loyola 51. This is Rambler basketball from Learfield.
JB Alberto's has had a passion for pizza since 1965. Each JB Alberto's pizza starts with its own unique handcrafted dough. It's topped with flavorful homemade pizza sauce, crafted from sun-ripened tomatoes, 100% real mozzarella cheese, ingredients cut fresh daily, and top-quality meats. Visit jbalbertos.com to order online or call them at 773-973-1700. JB Alberto's, the official pizza sponsor of Loyola Athletics.
This is Rambler softball player Ali Palowitz on behalf of Midway Restoration Services, the presenting sponsor of Rambler softball. They are a family-owned business who have been serving all of Chicagoland for more than 35 years. They provide emergency restoration services for a variety of emergency situations, including water damage, fire, mold, and biohazards. Midway Restoration Services is the one call you need to make to help manage the cleanup and restoration for your home or business. Call them 24/7, 365 at 312-226-1101 or visit them at midwayrestoration.com.
7:38 remaining. It's Richmond 59, Loyola 51. Spiders did lead 53-38, had a 15-point advantage. The Ramblers on a modest but 13-6 run since that point over the last 6 minutes or so. So Richmond had a chance when they were up by 15 to obviously put this one, get it to 20 and put this one away. Loyola comes the other way. Ramblers get it to within 6. CTR stat guy here today has been dropping off stats. Very inconsistent.
Yeah. Sometimes he asks, do you want him? It's like, well, I don't know, man. Yeah, I've been asked. Every time you ask, I say yeah, so I'm probably going to want him after every media timeout.
Yeah. Anyways, we have stats on our computer, too. It's nice to have the printout sometimes. But, so it could have gone the other way. Loyola got it to within 6. Right now down by 8, have the basketball. And Joshua Ola Joseph, we've seen this on a few occasions this year. He just all of a sudden becomes a sharpshooter. Everything starts to fall for him. But obviously, we don't want to get to a point here, though, where we're settling for anything. If he gets a corner three in rhythm, wide open, then at this point, you got to go, all right, it's your game today. But also, we just don't want to fall into settling so far here with 7:38 to go. So it's there for Loyola. And Richmond, like I said, wonder if at any point here, they start to get in their own heads. They blew what was a 30-point lead early-ish. They were up 38-8. I don't think you should ever lose a game, CT, no matter what basketball team you are at any level when you're up 38-8. Because if you got up by that much, then you
literally held the team to 8 points.
Unless the other team literally was playing with 2 guys on the floor. All right, Ramblers into the front court with Tavares, Dotson, Rubin, Ola Joseph, and Anderson. Tavares looking right, finds Dotson. Now Rubin catches top side. Rubin, handoff, Daywilk. 12 to shoot. Tavares to his left. He'll drive into Beagle. Bounce pass to Miles.
Ooh, good find,
Slams it.
Daywilk.
Great pass from Daywilk Tavares. He wrapped it around and found Miles for the dunk. 59-53 with 7:06 to go. Got to keep the stops coming now. Argabright to his right. Kicks it out to Johnston. Now Harper, sideline right. Beagle comes to get it. Colin Tanner behind a screen. Tavares fights through down the right baseline. Tanner, other side of the rim. Rubin against him. He'll throw it out to Beagle. Now to Johnston. Johnston with 3 seconds to shoot. Launches up a 3. Bounces out. Anderson fighting for the rebound and saves it in as he fought with Beagle. Ramblers the ball down by 6. Dotson. Ola Joseph left corner. Bounces it for Rubin on the wing. Now corner Anderson. Back to Rubin on the wing. Down low. Ola Joseph fouled by Tanner. Trying to go over the back on it. That'll be the 6th team foul on Richmond and Tanner's 4th.
Yeah, Tanner hasn't done much the second half. We told you he probably starting to fall back down to earth a little bit.
So the next foul will be free throws for Loyola. Well, same will be the other way around. Both teams have 16 fouls. 6:23 to go. 59-53. Ramblers trail, but got a chance to get even closer here. Under out of bounds. Dotson into Rubin. Left free throw line extend. Has Johnston on him. Gives it up to Tavares. Now Anderson up fakes, and he gets bumped as he starts a drive. And Nick will shoot 1 and 1.
I like how Nick didn't settle for a 3 there. I mean, you can see him kind of thought about it for a split second, but he recognized he had an angle for a quick drive because his guy had a bad closeout. He was able to draw the foul.
Nick has split both of his free throws, but this is a 1 and 1 now. Split both of his free throw attempts, so 2 for 4. A little mop up here to make Nick think about it. Or maybe, steady himself.
Yeah, just relax.
These are big shots, but they're not, life and death. Front end of the 1 and 1. Nick knocks it down. 59-54 with 6:16 to play. Nick's got a bit of a heckler, but then even the heckler is clapping and saying, "Good job, good work," as he makes both free throws. Kind of clean heckling, nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Just focus on the rim, it, focus. He makes both. 59-55. Ramblers down by 4 with 6:15 to go. And the Ramblers come back from a 15-point deficit here in the second half. Johnston. Guarded by Tavares to Walls. Walls for time. Around the screen. Pull up. Mid-range jumper. Short. Rebound Loyola. Ramblers have it. Down 4. 5:50 to go. Rubin up top. They blitz him with Johnston. Gives the ball to Tavares. Tavares off the Rubin screen to his left. Wall switches. Bounce pass to Rubin. Harper left him alone. Miles steps into a floater, misses, loose ball, and Walls had it. I think Miles was surprised he was open like that and then rushed the shot. A golden opportunity to get within 2. Harper deep on the left. Johnston trying to get free. Can't. Being face guarded by Tavares. Walls, topside handoff. Lopez. He'll take the 3. He'll miss it. Rebound comes all the way out to the top of the key to Dotson.
Got lucky. Went underneath that dribble handoff.
Lopez is 1 of 5 from the field. 1 of 6. Just 2 points today. Richmond's leading scorer. 4:58 to go. Dotson. Off a Rubin screen to the right. Dotson poked away by Walls. Gets it back. 8 to shoot. Swings it over to Tavares. Tavares to Rubin. Hands off Tavares. Has to launch the 3. Banked it in! 1-point game with 4:40 to go. 59-58 on a banked-in three-pointer by Daywilk Tavares. Walls up top. Johnson around the screen. Over to Tyne, left wing. Tyne to Walls, left of the lane. Backing down Rubin. 1-on-1. Walls spins, fades, missed it. Offensive rebound, Harper. Kick out Tyne. Doesn't take the open three.
Well, don't break, fellas.
Walls, top side handoff, Tyne. Tyne drives behind the back dribble, puts up a floater,
Short.
bounced in. Timeout, Richmond. And that'll be the under 4 media timeout with 4:03 to go. Ramblers will have the basketball down 61-58. The Ramblers trailed by 15 at 53-38 with 13:26 to go. And now, bear with me as I do some math. 9 minutes and 23 seconds have elapsed since. And this should be not that hard, CT here. 20-8. So 20-8. The Ramblers have outscored Richmond over the last 9 minutes and 23 seconds to turn a 15-point deficit down to a 3-point deficit. We'll take the timeout here and be back with the final 4:03 here on the Ramblers Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Ramblers men's basketball player Braden Young on behalf of the law firm Kupiec and Martin. Founded in 2008 by Loyola alums Dave Kupiec, Kupiec and Martin is a trusted multi-state tax law firm with almost 60 years of experience advising businesses with state and local income, franchise, and sales tax matters. Their expertise was developed from working in-house at large publicly owned corporate tax departments, Big Four accounting firms, and state agencies. Contact them at 312-632-1022 or visit them at kupiecandmartin.com. Go Blurs!
JB Alberto's is the official pizza sponsor of Loyola Athletics. Although they've had passion for pizza since 1965, their menu also includes appetizers, salads, chicken, ribs, seafood, steak, pastas, sandwiches, burgers, and desserts. Check out their daily specials and order online at jbalbertos.com. You can also call them at 773-973-1700 for all of your catering needs.
61-58, Richmond leads with 4:03 to go. Loyola will have the basketball down by 15 about 9 minutes ago and got the lead down to 1 just a few moments ago. And Richmond, though, got an offensive rebound and eventually got a little bucket in the paint to get back up by 3. So if the Ramblers win, they'll play Davidson tomorrow night. And if so, you can visit Candlelight Chicago, Firehouse Grill, Pippin's Tavern, or Streeter's Tavern to watch the second round of the A10 tournament. Again, each of those places are located close to the downtown or lakeshore campuses and features delicious food options and beverage specials during Ramblers away games, as they are the men's basketball away game watch party sponsors. All right, CT, I think Loyola has the momentum here. I don't know. I'm not in Richmond. I can't, we're obviously not in Richmond's head or in their huddle, but one wonders again if they're thinking, okay, we've been here before and had something slip away. All right, if you're Loyola right now, what do you got to execute here? 4:03 left, down by 3.
So, defensively, you got to keep holding Richmond to one shot and got to do a better job cleaning up the glass. So, I think we were doing that for a good segment right there. Just missed the box out on that last play, and then unfortunately led to the Mikhail Tyne bucket right here just to push it up from lead back up to 3 from 1. But, I think if we're able to continue doing that, we see we're getting good stuff on offense. We're able to run on these guys, and I think if we're able to run, put some pressure on them, to get back, obviously, but then it's going to open up some other opportunities, especially for a guy like Miles who can outrun Mike Walls any day of the week.
All right, Dotson into the front court. 20 on the shot clock, a Rubin screen. Dotson crosses over into the paint. Dotson, Hargerbright almost snapped his head back on a potential offensive foul. Ola Joseph out to Rubin. 9 to shoot. Rubin to Amos, cutting. Amos at the rim.
Oh, come on, X. Okay, we're good.
Gets the loose ball. Kicks it out. Dotson open. Left wing for 3.
Ring it up, baby.
Game at 61 on a Cade Dotson 3. Brand new game with 3:24 to go. AJ Lopez to his right, pulls up, 15-footer fading away and hit it. Rubin challenged, 63-61. We don't want him to wake up here in the final 3 minutes. Ramblers have not led in this game. Dotson into the paint, kick, Ola Joseph for the lead. Yeah! First lead of the game for the Ramblers with 2:52 to go, 64-63. A career high 22 points for Joshua Ola-Joseph. Lopez to the right. Walls up top. Passes left for Johnston. Guarded by Dotson. Johnston up top. Lopez. Hands off Walls. Back to Lopez. Amos on him. Lopez trying to force his way to the paint. Puts up a wild shot, and they call a foul on Amos. Should call that on the floor and should be 1-1, I think, but it'll be a 2-shot foul.
Now that was a soft call, but did you see what happened at the end of that drive? X stood up just for a little bit, and when he relaxed, that's when AJ Lopez reattacked him.
Lopez to the line for the first time today, where he's an 86% free throw shooter. He missed 3 free throws, though, the first time against the Ramblers. He was 7 of 10 when they played. Take that for what you will. Lopez makes the first. Tie game at 64. 2:30 left to go. Joshua Ola-Joseph, not just a Loyola career high, his career best game scoring over his 4 years, 22 points. Both free throws good for Lopez. Richmond retakes the lead, 65-64 with 2:30 left to go. Inbound the ball to Amos, back to Tavares.
More higher, set the screen, Miles. There we go.
Tavares to Dotson. Dribbling out near the half-court logo. Ramblers down by 1 with 2:18 to go. Dotson dribbled to the free throw line, backs it out. Has Walls switched on him. Tavares trying to get the ball to Rubin. He has time. Ola-Joseph in the lane against Lopez. Up fakes, goes up. Oh, and a late foul, and JOJ, I will say it, got completely bailed out there. He kind of fumbled his feet there, fumbled the ball. Probably could have been called for a travel. I think they called the ball loose. And JOJ, a late foul call on a rip down by Lopez. It actually ends up being the right call, I think, because Lopez had some arm. Lopez's third foul. JOJ shooting 2. First one up. Good. JOJ is 5 of 5 at the line. He's missed 1 shot all game. He's 7 of 8 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3, 23 points. JOJ,
that first 3 that he took, it was 2-0 on a fast break, and he pulled up from 3. That's not the shot, but these corner threes that he's just stepping into in rhythm, all day.
To give the Loyola the lead again. Yes, sir. 66-65. 2:03, 2:02, 2:01, 2 minutes left to play. Ramblers lead by 1. Colin Tanner gives to Walls. Out beyond the three-point line. Bounce pass, looking for a backdoor to Lopez and kicked by Rubin. Shot clock reset to 20 with 1:50 left to play.
Yeah, that was a set play for AJ Lopez. You see they cleared out that whole side and then just try to get extra lull him to sleep and then just send him back. Yeah, just send him back door. A great recognition by Miles to get his foot in there.
Tanner inbounding left sideline into Argabright. Walls hands it back off to Argabright. He sprints right, gets fouled. Almost spun the ball up like the heel of the rim, almost up and over and in. But 2 more free throws coming for the Spiders with 1:50 left to play. And X trailing with some body contact. Tried to pull back at the last moment, but that's a 4th foul on Amos. Argabright to the line, where he's 5 of 6 today. Now 6 of 7, tied again at 66. (67-66) Richmond as Argabright makes both with 1:45 to go. And Richmond will extend some full court pressure. Tavares will inbound it into Amos in the corner, hands it back off to Tavares right in front of the Richmond bench. Rubin coming over to set a little bit of a screen. And now ahead, a handoff to Dotson. Dotson guarded by Tyne out near half court. Dotson dribbling to his left, looking. Moves forward more. Now Amos over the top. Rubin with Johnstown kicks it. Ola-Joseph, extra pass. Tavares up fake, steps to his right.
Bring it up, baby.
3!
Let's go, Wilk.
Ramblers by 2. Daywil Tavares, 69-67. Little step to his right, escape dribble, three-pointer. Johnston deep on the right side, behind a wall screen. Bounces it to Walls, back out to Johnston. Return to Walls, return to Johnson. Takes a floating three, no good. Amos got fouled on the rebound. They don't call it, though, but he holds on to it. Loyola has a 2-point lead with the ball and 52 seconds left, 69-67. Dotson dribbling out near half court. Johnston reaches in. Dotson gets it back. 10 to shoot. Dotson driving right to the hoop. Into contact.
Easy.
Lays it in.
Easy.
35.8 left to go, and the Ramblers lead by 4. From down 15 with 13:26 to go. Now with 36 seconds to go, leading by 4. And for Richmond, it could be happening again. And Loyola will be very happy for that to happen again. Albeit never had a 30-point lead, but a 15-point lead in the second half is a pretty big advantage. All right, CT, 35.8 seconds left. Richmond has the ball down by 4. They're obviously not going to try to take too much time here. Loyola most likely will get the ball with the shot clock off after this, meaning Richmond is probably going to have to foul. So, all right, what's the message right now in the Loyola huddle? Richmond has the ball, having to go length of the court, and you're up by 4 if you're the Ramblers.
So they're probably going to try to draw something enough for AJ Lopez. I mean, he struggled today, but he's been their best player all season long. Probably get him on a quick 3, and so it's important for us to recognize that, but you can't foul him. That's key, right? So you want to be underneath him, just contest, and then you got to be able to secure the rebound. Now, if he does make it, or we have to inbound the ball, then you have to meet every single pass, because Richmond, they're probably going to tell their guys, okay, hey, if we can get one hard trap, let's go for that one. But then, so you got to meet every single pass, and then know that they're going to try to be gambling, swiping at the ball and stealing, and also understand that we have the possession arrow, so that's something else to keep in mind.
Yep, good call there, CT. Loyola has how many team fouls on them? 8. So they have 8. So if they happen to have a ticky-tack foul outside of a shot, it'll be a 1-and-1. Richmond also has 8 team fouls. So both ways the same. The CT mentioned possession arrow with Loyola. Timeouts, 2 for Loyola, 1 for Richmond. Argerbright across half court with it for the Spiders. He tries to drive to the paint. He'll skip a pass to Tyne, left wing. Now Lopez up top, Walls, 20 to shoot. Lopez driving right, falls down, reaches.
JOJ.
JOJ trying to get a
Lock
tie
him up.
Tavares dives on it. It calls. Okay.
Jump ball. So, okay. It's us. It's still with us.
But Loyola would have been better served probably to use the timeout there to keep the arrow, but now they keep the timeout. Right. So I guess, and there's 19 seconds left. It's funny. I'm trying to call the timeout from over here. I'm like, all right. So now you're Loyola. You're in protect the ball, make free throws. Man, CT, did you think this situation was coming 13 minutes ago? I'll be honest.
No.
I did not. But, man, right now, this, we'll say last 10 minutes, kind of is the team like we've talked about the last week. Staying engaged, staying locked in, buying in, all that stuff, executing. In the play in the second half today, obviously, that's been an issue in the past, the second half.
Yep.
The second halves have been much better over the last now big stretch of games. And I think even Drew referenced back kind of the Fordham game. From there on is where things have started to materialize. I know I just said a lot of stuff to set you up with not a lot of time here, but.
No, I agree with that. I mean, with the exception of that initial possession in the first we're in the second half. It was like, okay, we gave up a bunch of offensive rebounds, and then Mike Walls just stepped right into a mid-range jump shot in Alex Richardson's face. I think we've had a really competitive, really spirited second half. Our bench has been engaged, and guys just been stepping up, making plays. Exactly what we need.
Inbound to Anderson, to Amos. They're not fouling yet. Now they do. It's going to be 1-and-1 for X, who obviously has had a tough go of it from the field. He's 1 of 8. He'll go to the line for the first time today. 75% on the year. 1-and-1. AJ Lopez is the one call for the foul. His 4th, so just that's not a bad thing here for the Ramblers. Amos with 1-and-1 here with 16 seconds left. Haven't had one of these comebacks finished off this year for the Ramblers. No better time to start than now. Amos, 1 for 1. He's got one more to go. Second shot from X in the air. Bounces in. 16 seconds left. Ramblers by 6. Richmond has one timeout left. Tyne, top side to his right. Launches up a 3. Missed it. A brick. Loose ball. Ola Joseph, and that's fitting.
Yeah.
Joshua Ola Joseph gets his 7th rebound. A career day for him. He didn't want this to be the last game of his career. And CT, you'll be the first to say you've wanted better from him.
Yes, I've been very vocally very critical of Josh because I know he's capable of playing the way he's playing today. That's why I'm critical of him.
Exactly. And that's, you're like a coach. Hey, I yell and scream and I get on you because I know you can be better. JOJ described his 7th rebound. He has 24 points, 4 assists, 33 minutes. And this is a 2-shot free throw. He's 7 of 7 at the line. Ramblers by 7 with 6 seconds left. CT, we're staying here at least Friday morning.
Let's get it.
Davidson is on the docket. And the Richmond Spiders are going to, unfortunately, go to the end of the season here. And they're not going to like the city of Pittsburgh very much. They're going to blow a 30-point lead at Duquesne on Saturday. And they're going to blow a 15-point lead in the second half. Clock started when it shouldn't here. It wasn't touched. They're going to blow. Messed up my entire line there, CT. With the. They're going to blow a 15-point lead here in the second half after blowing a 30-point lead that they had in the first half. And they're not going to want to come back to Pittsburgh anytime soon. This has been a 23-point turnaround over the final 13 minutes. Johnston puts up a 3, misses. Ramblers win, 75-67. Finish the game on a 9-0 run. And again, from down 53-38 with 13:26 left, a 23-point turnaround. The Ramblers score, wow. Think about this, CT. The Ramblers had 38 points with 13:26 left to go. They scored 37 points in the final 13:26 and outscore Richmond 37-14. How about that for a 14 seed here at the A10 tournament? In the new season, the Ramblers are 1